Hi, this is Danny Doyle, and welcome back to my Fire Emblem Vision Quest 0% gross playthrough, and today we have Chapter 4-3 and probably a contentious unit review. I think Sigret is the worst unit in the game. Mind you, this does not mean she's not fun, this does not mean she's not usable. She's a very well-designed and cool and fun unit. So before any Sigret fans get up in arms, I don't think that it's bad to use her. Her enjoyment is the reward she brings. However, in terms of being able to clear maps more effectively, she doesn't offer you anything. She's a level 5 monk who joins in the endgame. That's right, this is an Est unit. However, unlike the Ests in traditional Fire Emblem games, Sigret is actually like an actual growth unit. Oftentimes, Ests in Fire Emblem games don't have very high growth totals in comparison to the rest of the cast. Like, maybe they'll be slightly higher. Sigret is significantly higher. Additionally, her personal skill is Paragon, so she can actually get trained, like, fairly quickly. I think almost every kill on this map gets her a full level for just generic enemies. And that's good because she needs it to actually keep up and be able to, like, do any sort of work. This map is a kill boss map. However, the next map is a survive map that is turn floored. Much like the last map, you can't actually kill the boss to end the map early, which is unfortunate. So if you want to use Sigrid, that is the best map to train her. She has a personal weapon that I have sent to the convoy. So I will go ahead and show you it, but it is a Brave Tome. And that is sort of the... Oh, right, I have to go to supply because the list glitch. It is a Brave Tome, Soma Therma. It's 10 might and brave. It has a little bit of crit on it and it's pretty accurate as well. So that is the big payoff, is like, it's either a tool to help her train, or it is the payoff to training her is you have this powerful mage with a Brave Tome. Of note, she is one of the units who can one-round the final boss. You do need to cap her magic in order to do that. But she's probably the easiest one to set up. The strategy is you train her to level 10 with Paragon, insta-promote her, and then in the Stat Booster Secret Shop in the second to last map, you purchase a bunch of energy rings and boost her magic to cap her magic. And so in that way, like, that is sort of the copium in terms of, oh, well, she's not that bad because you don't have to train her. The thing is, there are other units who can kill the final boss, either one round the final boss or 2 round with Michael's help the final boss. The final boss is not actually that difficult to kill in Vision Quest. It's one of the more disappointing final chapters in ROM hacks, in that it is much closer to vanilla Fire Emblem, where you just, like, warp a powerful boss kill or kill the boss, etc., you're done. But Sigrid is a character who can pretty easily one-round the final boss, and that is very cool. It's a fun reward for your payoff. If you don't want to go that route, then potentially training her in Monk, rather than immediately promoting her to Bishop, so you can take advantage of the extra levels with her amazing growths, as well as the increased Paragon experience gain. She'll still gain decent enough promoted, because Paragon does just double the experience gain, but Paragon plus being underleveled and unpromoted is sort of the big payoff to be like, or not payoff, but like is the big, you get a level per every time you get a kill, even on generic enemies. So it's nice. She is, to my mind, the reason that makes her, like, the worst is not just because, like, you do have to train her, but also the next few maps, other than 4-3X, are very warp skippable. And you have plenty of powerful warpers. The game hands you a few as well, just in case. You get 2 warpers in 4-4, just in case you don't have enough. So she's not exactly like... If you're playing the maps without warp skipping, then training her and using her for combat, looks a little bit better. I still think she's just joins too late and requires too much training to actually be considered anything than the worst. But again, the reward for using her is not that she helps you clear maps quickly. The reward for using her is that you enjoy using her. Like, she's an Est with Paragon and a bonkers personal weapon. If that sounds like the sort of thing that you would find fun, that's what this unit was designed for. She wasn't designed to, like, be a map clearer. She was designed to be a training project at the end of the game. And I think she accomplishes that really well, as opposed to some other Ests in, like, mainline Fire Emblem that are just disappointing when you train them. Like, they don't end up strong at all. She does end up strong, and you didn't need her to clear the game, but you feel really rewarded to train her, and that in and of itself is the value that she offers. So this is the most unreliable clear in the playthrough. Story-wise, we need to protect the horses from our attack. Not from our attack, from our opponent's attacking. Because they just killed... You remember that armor knight we were escorting? Yeah, they just fucking murdered him. So oops. Too bad, so sad. I'm being very, intentional with my actions, because I actually need to do an RN burn, and I know exactly the number of RNs I need to burn, so if I burn any extras by accident, I won't be able to, do this clear. I've warped Natsuko down to the Hamurn village with a inventory full of vulneraries so that she can warp the Hamurn back to Storch and then fly up here to the forest. Don't worry, she will be able to dodge that scary sniper because she's going to get terrain bonuses from the forest. I am now going to use the Strike Ring for the first and probably final time in the playthrough in order to give Kier 10% extra crit, because that's the level of degeneracy we are currently working on. I'm going to grab the Warp Staff from Erasmus and warp Kier over here to just inside vision of the horses that we're supposed to protect so that he can move over to where the boss can reach him, and he will be rigging a 60% hit, 20% crit in order to one-shot the boss on enemy phase. Now, the reason that I was initially saving a rescue was to rescue Natsuko down here. Unfortunately, I can't wait until turn 2 to warp Kier, because this Swordmaster right here with the Ice Sword is gonna go here to attack this horse. She always goes to this square. That would box Kier in between these 3 Myrmidons, and then he would not be able to reach this square, which he needs to get on to kill the boss who's hiding in the fog. As a result, I need to warp him on the same turn I warm Natsuko, and I don't have enough bodies in this place to do that while also putting the light runes down to protect from these guys. So Natsuko has to stay out there, but I trust her to dodge in that forest. Hollis is down here, and he's going to do something very similar to what Kier did last map, and choke a 2-tile wide like that. Vernon is now going to grab the Hamurn from the supply, and we are immediately going to Hamurn the Rescue Staff and Brave Bow. So Storch we're going to give the Brave Bow to, so that we can Hamurn the Brave Bow. And then Zakawat is going to take Hamurn from Vernon in order to Hamurn the Rescue Staff. It is technically, like, a little bit inefficient, but since they're not... Oh, wait, oops. I did it the wrong way. Hamurn for rescue. So technically, we could get one more use of rescue if we had it at 1 when we Hamurned it. I'd rather not wait and have to do it on a map where we have other things going on. It already sucks that we're going to have to Hamurn Warp on an actual map, because this map is really just here for doing these actions. I thought about Hamurning Bolting or Purge, but ultimately decided against it, and now it's time for the RNG rig. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And we are going to wait and watch the carnage. So Kier actually has 0% chance of survival if he doesn't kill the boss, because the Iceblade Myrmidon will deal like 12 damage to him. He takes a bunch from the boss, he takes a bunch from the Myrmidon, he takes a decent amount from this fighter and Armor Knight. The big things are the boss and the Ice Sword Myrmidon, because their hit rates are, like, guaranteed. I guess 0% chance might be an exaggeration. I have never seen Kier survive this enemy phase other than by killing the boss and ending the map. So, this really is just, like, a super degenerate way to get through this map. But you have to respect my gumption. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. So knocks him down to 11. He dies to the Ice Sword Myrmidon, but he doesn't care. Nabavok, my state. Anyway, thanks for watching. That was some truly degenerate gameplay. I'm very, very happy with it.